Welcome back, everybody. Another weekend gone, another Monday night, and Cin-City Heartbreakers here. Dan and Josh, we're ready to get things rolling. We're finished with week one in the preseason, and every day more and more drafts, getting closer and closer to the official kickoff here in about I think 22 days till the NFL season kicks off, and then all this work, all the grinding, all the talk, that's where the rubber meets the road. So what's up, Dan? What'd you get into this weekend?
Well, I got caught up on watching some preseason games. It was nice to see some actual football, and I'm done with the preseason now, so we can just go ahead and go to the regular season. I'm done with injuries and reporting. And it was good to get caught up. It was good to watch some live football. Couple starters out there, not a ton, but it was really nice to go back. And I didn't get to really watch much live. We were kind of busy during the day, but definitely watched some highlights. Saw some nice plays this weekend. Got my juices going a little bit.
Yeah. It's funny because the Hall of Fame game does absolutely nothing for me. But then I don't know if it's because, I've never seen the Bengals play in the Hall of Fame game, so whatever.
Well, you got to have somebody in the Hall of Fame is the problem.
So I guess maybe it's just that week one, once the Bengals play, then it starts to feel like it's it's football season.
I saw Joe Burrow get knocked down twice. I'm good. Let's go to week one.
I literally thought that it was actually week one, and maybe we missed our flight to Vegas.
Man.
Maybe we missed the trip to the Westgate, and So
we are really good at defending the Bengals O-line, and it's really tough when they looked as bad as Orlando Brown looked on that sack.
But Joe Burrow didn't get it hit as hard as Jackson Dart did.
When I sent you that, dude, he got destroyed. Tyrone Tracy ain't going to be in pass blocking anymore, is he? I think that was him.
Tracy's actually been a pretty decent pass blocker over the years. I'm just not sure what happened there, but
you can't get your quarterback hit like that in the preseason.
They need to protect Dart, or else he's going to start getting his mail delivered to the blue tent. But yeah.
So what do we? I didn't look yet. Are we back on Thursday, Friday, Saturday games this week? I assume.
As far as I know, I'll be honest, I haven't looked either.
I feel like they did Monday Night Football like a couple years ago in the preseason, but I don't think there's any. I know there's none tonight.
I think that it starts maybe next week. There's a Monday night game.
Is there?
Not positive, but I think
I don't care. I'm on to week one. I'm on to 3 to 4 drafts a week is what I'm on to right now.
Yeah, this is the heart of it, man. This is draft season has become my favorite time of year, and it's also kind of my busiest time of year, so it makes it difficult. But it's so much fun building teams and seeing who you can get, seeing what other teams are doing, and then it all just keeps escalating by the week, all the way until we get to the last day before the last Saturday before the Sunday kickoffs.
I love it because we're right in the middle of August, and we've drafted more OCs than we thought we were going to draft this year. But we still got 2 OCs left. I know we got TBDs on them. We got our prime times left. We got one online. We got a few in Vegas. We each got our silver bullet left to do too. So we got some. There's a Sunday night game. That's good to know. Thanks, Pete.
Yeah. Thanks, Pete. Shout out Pistol Pete.
Long-time friend of the show.
Yep. Then we got Steve D'Angelo. What's up, buddy?
Nowhere, Steve. Except for there's probably a live stream.
Jay Wimmers, we're going to get to you in a minute. We'll get to you in a minute, buddy.
Trust me.
That comment was in there before the show even took off. So
we got to address the elephant in the room on that one, but we'll talk about it here in a minute. We may have a guest coming on soon.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we've done things different this year. We went. What's up, Jacob? We went and we got a few more drafts in early. We went a little heavier on the OCs, and now 3.5 weeks of drafting left. We've got 2 OCs. We're going to do an online prime time from Ohio, which is we've not done before.
Yeah.
We'll do my bullet online, and then we'll head to Vegas and 4 prime times in your bullet.
I think it was really important to do those early drafts. And if you're only, we're not high volume players. I mean, we do more than 1 or 2, but it was really important to get those early ones in because everybody talks about getting the value of, you could get Malik Neighbors in the 4th or 5th, and if he ends up being the nuts, you got to have a couple shares of him or you're not going to be cashing a whole lot of teams. So it was nice. We started in May. I mean, we both do best balls and some smaller stuff, but nothing with any real significance in it. So it was nice getting those early OCs this year.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get to the injuries. Let's go ahead and hit some of those. I think there's probably more smoke than fire on most of these injuries. But
there's a couple pretty big ones in there, I think, Josh.
There's a couple big ones. I think there's 3.
Well, the Jordan Tyson news today, and that's one guy we just haven't had. We weren't often. We just haven't drafted him. I'm really curious to see. I mean, he went undrafted in the league I was in the other night.
I think that there's a pretty good possibility that he could end up missing at least half the season, if not more. He had to rehab the hamstring. Yep. Did he miss the combine or did he rehab it to make it to?
I know he's hurt the same hamstring. This is his 4th time.
4th time in a year.
Yeah.
So it's just going to take some serious rehab and time, hopefully. So, but I hate it for the kid because that sucks. Getting your shot as a rookie in the NFL and then have an issue like that.
He's got the ability. It's just it's tough. And then if you draft him now, the argument is, well, I could have a really healthy rookie for the. We have 0 Tyson. Joe,
0 shares, Joe.
But you could play him for the shootout. But I mean, that's a wasted roster spot. We were all over Rice last year, and we held him for 6 weeks. I think it was a little bit different on the builds we had. But I don't know how far Tyson's going to fall. But I don't see us. Maybe you disagree. I don't see us having any Tyson. I just hate wasting the pick or wasting the spot, not the pick, but the spot.
Yeah. I mean, we weren't on him to begin with, so we'll let him ride where he's at. Jeremiah Love, the coaches there in Arizona, they were like, "Hey, full tilt. Let's just see if we can give him a full game's worth of touches." And with 14 touches, he came away with a high ankle sprain.
What are we doing? Number 4 pick. He looked great in the first couple carries. Looks like a mix between Barkley and Adrian Peterson. And let's just run him into the ground. And it makes me wonder how they're going to do the regular season. Maybe he gets more carry. We were worried about Algier taken from him. Maybe he's not the way they ran him, but
maybe he's going to now.
Yeah,
so,
high ankle. You don't like starting a season out with that. I mean, those can linger.
Yeah.
I mean, I still seen him going in the. He's pretty much locked in the 4th round. Maybe you've seen him go in the 5th in some of your live streams. I've been off a couple. That is called AI.
Joe says, "Yep." Shout out to Dan. He's been killing it with the graphics and stuff for us.
I'll just tell a quick story, a non-football story, Josh. In our line of work, it was brought to my attention about a year ago that I needed to learn AI and use it. And I called you and we don't talk work much. We kind of work together sometimes in the line of work we do. And I was cussing and screaming. I'm like, I'm never going to use this damn AI. And 2 weeks later, I was the biggest AI guy in the history of
it. And I'm like, Dan,
it's awesome.
It's the way of the future, dude. You're just going to have to you've got to give in. And now,
you throw a couple names in there. You say, make it pretty and give me some. You got to check the work though, because they had Jordan Tyson on the Jets or something when I put it on there the first time. But yeah, that's cool. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying I haven't. So Joe Carlton put that in the chat. I've not heard that.
I thought it was the same hammy they said, but I could be wrong. I don't know my source.
Yeah, I mean that's almost. almost think that that's more alarming if it's the other hammy, because now he's got 2 bad legs. But
yeah, so 1, 2, and 3 on that list, oddly enough, we really don't have. And Puka, we
the only thing bringing Puka down to glass door.
Yeah, make sure your glass door is dirty. Don't clean it before the party. But we don't get pick 4 ever, so we don't have 1, 2, or 3. But 4 is the one that hurts us. We both love Ibuka. We don't have a ton of shares, but when we do have him, we took him in the second. So I really hope it's not. You were explaining it to me where you heard like it's still a turf toe if it's a grade 1, so it's just very mild.
Sprain.
So
yeah,
I hope they let him rest it. Just
don't push him back. The thing that gets exaggerated in the preseason is, a lot of these guys would be playing if there was a real game on Sunday, because these guys play through more than what we know.
Yeah.
But I think that with preseason, it is just extreme caution shown all the time. So, but these are names and guys with pathways to being fantasy relevant or being fantasy relevant from the get-go. So these are things that can affect the draft boards.
Yeah, it's just a fine line of, like you said, reading who could play next week and who's actually injured more than we think.
Yeah.
But, a guy I hate seeing on here, and I know you were a little down on him and I was a little higher on him, but especially like in my best balls early on, I love Manungai where he was going, and to see he's week to week now and sounds like it's going to be a few weeks. Does that drive? Swift was a nice value where he was going as well too. We took him a couple nights ago, I think in the 6th. It's going to shoot him up the board maybe around, you think? And is Roshan maybe a late round flyer? I don't know.
Depending on what's going with Brees, could push him down. Guys want to start off hot. So drafting some of these guys that maybe they already have a fair amount of, they start grabbing Swift. You don't hear, at least for me, I don't really hear anybody talking about Swift. He's going in a good spot.
Yeah, he's not super sexy, but
he's on Ben Johnson's offense. So I don't have anything against him. So, but there's there's a lot of other guys on the lists out there, but I think that these are probably the main ones. I mean, we did one that's not on here is DJ Moore. They don't seem to be too worried about it.
You see those highlights too, like Josh Downs leaves practice. It comes up on your phone. What they didn't tell you is he came back an hour, 30 minutes later, or whatever. So you really have to consider your sources and do your homework.
We had who was it? BJ Hill last week. He got BJ Hill came off the field limping, carted off, and then like 5 hours later, we hear that he just needed he was dehydrated.
Surprised he just didn't have to take a poop or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so decent amount of injuries. I feel like for me and you, and I don't even like saying this, but we got pretty lucky with the amount of ownership we had on most of these guys. So hopefully that trend continues. But let's get all these guys healthy. I don't want to win because of injuries ever.
Yeah, let's get them healthy and get them. The fantasy stuff takes care of itself. I want to see the best that each player or that each team's got on the field every week and put the best product out there. That's the most fun thing to watch. So,
and we've talked about this pretty much every year since the first year we went out to Vegas. Like every one of these injuries they go down and it pushes somebody else up. So that's just one less. It's so hard to get any value out there in the September drafts. And now there's just one Buka or Burton, whoever, just one more guy that's off that list at the top. And
I can tell you that so far, Buka slid a little bit.
He's been going like mid to early 3 instead of late 2.
He's going where his guy gets him.
Wherever Duke's at,
that's it. Going,
or us.
Yeah. But all right. Well, you feel good about the injuries there, Dan?
Yeah, like you said, there's probably a few we left off. I didn't have a chance to look at much today, so I think there's a couple injuries out there that we can update later on.
I am I think I did pull a muscle in my lower back last like Wednesday, Thursday. I think I'm day to day.
Well, you saw that one of the cheerleader girls in my house twisted an ankle a couple days ago. She was at the doctor today, so it's just going around to everybody, I guess.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, as we move on to some conversations about the big tag team takedown last week. The hype's all done, the draft's done, and now the grind is here. Most of the trash talk has stopped. We've got a special guest with us here tonight, and I'm gonna bring him on. He partnered up with the Greek all the way from Greece, and this guy right here, he may be the king of Philly. Go ahead and bring him on, Mr.
Guys can pull away the music and everything. This is like the
you gotta have theme music on this show.
This is like the CBS production.
What kind of music do we bring Gamberg on with? And
yeah, I didn't think you were going to invite me after I told you that. After I told you that news, that you saw it. I had it timestamped at 5:07. I knew I had the news that Tyson was out for 8 weeks, and you saw it.
This guy's got inside sources.
Insider info.
You said Gamberg, if we would have drafted Tyson this weekend and you didn't share until today, I would have flown to Philly and dropped the people's elbow on you. But you know what? All's fair and love and war, boys.
Oh man!
Even the Greek was surprised that I got it to him. But yeah, that's a shame for the kid because he was going to be a big part of that offense, and probably his first season is probably going to be derailed. Really, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough when you miss all the training camp, basically. Especially he was the most impressive player there.
Would you take him at all right now, Mike? Even in last couple rounds? I mean, he's going before that, obviously.
I mean, I guess there's some point you take him because it looks like it's not season ending, so. I don't know where that point is. I mean, I was in a draft this week. I told you 3 drafts this weekend. He went 5th twice, and he went 6th once. And I was just laughing the whole way because it just gave extra players.
Yeah.
Well, we're 3 weeks. We're 3 weeks from the start of the season. 3.5, almost 4. They said he's out 2 months, so that's 8 weeks. So he'll be out the first 4 weeks of the season. Is the in-season pup, is that 4 weeks or 6 weeks?
I think it's 4 weeks. It used to be 6, and now it's
4 games. Correct?
I'm pretty sure it's 4
games.
Yeah,
so.
pretty sure it's
4. So I mean, there's a chance that he'd be back week 5. What scares me is that, I guess you get to week 3 and they're not talking about bringing him off, ramping him up, or whatever. So
I haven't looked, but their bye week may factor into that as well. I have no idea where their
bye week's 8, right? Bye week's the 8th week.
So that could be a week 9 return. If he's not, if you're getting close, give him a couple extra weeks.
Yeah,
but
it's a shame. But it's like you said. I think, Josh. I mean, we're going to see more. Everybody's going to have injuries. We drafted.
Yeah, everybody's going to get
them in the tag team, and it's that was fun. It's I had a connection. Steve had 2 cans and a string that I was connecting with. Tell me, players guy that was drafted 2 rounds early. He's taken Steve.
Yeah. So here's the board from Wednesday night. Nelson Sousa and Joey Brown were team 1. Mike was in the live stream with Nelson and Joey over at FTN, and Steve G, the Greek, was in Greece. It's 3:00 in the morning. He's got the lights turned out.
He just woke up like it was the movie. You ever see the movie Midnight Express? Great movie. That's what it was. It looked like.
Yeah. So you have to go watch that live stream. It's 100% worth it. Because there's really good drafters. There's really good drafters in each one of the different streams, so they're all worth going back and watching. I've watched most of all of them, if not every bit of all of them. But Mike and Steve trying to communicate. So Steve's got his cell phone,
gold,
and he can't see everything. Like he's trying to watch the board, and we've got the blessing of 2 or 3 screens, and he's just got his phone, and he's live streaming too, so he's hearing what's going on, and it was classic. And all I'm going to say, Mike, before you defend yourself or you say anything about the can and the string or the Morse code that you guys were using to draft with, Steve G does watch these. He usually watches them on Tuesday morning, and then he'll send me and Dan a message or something. So whatever you say is going to be on record.
Steve's going to win a lot of money. I can't see you guys. You just got the screen on the board.
Yeah, Dan's got just the board.
I just want to be able to see it there. It's tough to see.
Steve's going to win a lot of money this year, but it was funny. I mean, where our plan was, I did a Brown Walker draft before, a little easier field, and it came out better. But the plan was take those 2, piss yellow, obviously, and take a quarterback late. Obviously, Steve was also dehydrated because we brought up Love, and he didn't want, that plan went out the window. And then he brought up Herbert out of the blue, and, instead of maybe wait on a Mayfield late, that went out the window. Plus take players. He put guys in the queue.
Now let's go back to round 6.
Bucky was like, I got 10 seconds to pick, and he puts Bucky in and thank God we didn't pick Bucky because we need Wan'Dale Robinson. I mean, it was a laugh. It was the most fun I've ever had in the draft. Team, Ricardo's right. He's right, probably. We got the worst team, but you know what? At the end of the day, they don't draw pictures in the COP. They don't draw pictures on the scorecard. This is a team, probably, who knows? As long as we come in the top 11, we're okay.
Yeah.
If not, we'll see in 2 years.
This was a tough draft, and what people, some way, somehow, we're going to try to portray a little bit of what goes down in the Fab room with Fab results from this league, because I think that's going to be part of where it's won. Obviously, your lineup decisions, but the Fab's going to be another tough one. Just a fun league, a fun draft. I was exhausted by the end of that stream. We had the Hill of Shimes. We had Will Hobbs and Evangelo Lilas.
You guys didn't get any views. We are the only guys that got views, boys. 900, boys.
I'm telling you, man. You know why? Because I put you.
Nobody was watching you guys, so it didn't matter.
Gamberg, I put you at the top.
Facts is facts, boys.
I made sure that I put you and Joey at the top.
Why did we pivot to Burrow? I mean, Joe, you had the same draft yesterday. You didn't pivot to Burrow.
Just trying to poke the bears. What we're doing here. All right, so let's set the stage.
We didn't pivot anywhere because Steve was just calling the shots. And I wasn't going to argue with him. We'll just dig deep. It's my team. If it gets, let them, ride, steer the car for a little bit. The Bentley, I said, if it goes at least 1 or 2, I'm just going to, knock them away and take over, and we'll see.
So, Mike,
it was a weird draft. It was. I don't even think he had a computer there. I don't know what he was drafting with.
He's drafting on his phone.
He was. On his phone.
I don't even know what it was. It was
his wife's phone because he left his phone.
He submerged under, he went submerged underwater, came up and like, okay, take a guy, that guy, Steve, that guy was taken 2 rounds ago. Same thing with 2. And then he went on tilt with Bucky. I don't know how that goes on tilt. If we miss Bucky, God forbid. You could have Bucky's a fade for me.
So, Mike, I got to bring something up.
Walker, for crying out loud. Walker's a fade for me. But I had to draft him, get a little introduction to what I was going into. So I drafted, did a mock, a real OC the day before or something.
Yeah.
So when you passed on Burrow, which I thought you guys were going to be taking Burrow there.
No, Joe, you had no reason to pivot, bro. You should have taken Higgins with Brown. You should have taken Higgins instead of Rashid Rice. It was a no-brainer. The Greeks said it was a no-brainer like we did. Then you would have had the hookup. Now you come on. You didn't even draft Mahomes. Don't pick on me, buddy.
They have one. They have Josh Allen.
It's all over.
They don't need Mahomes.
They like to tell me what to do. I was the only guy that did well at all this last year. I was 6 out of 12. Price Waterhouse and Sanders, he audited it already.
Leave it to Sanda. I know he's got the draft sheet to prove it too.
Guys like to tell me. Guys like to tell me what to do. I guess I do okay.
So Gamberg, like Dan was saying, go ahead, Dan.
No, I just say when we got to that turn, we had about 4 different guys in our queue, and I convinced you on Jadarian Price. I think I'm higher on Price than you. I know a lot of high stakes players aren't. I love Price. So we said, let's pick Price and then let's have a discussion. And I said a quarterback, and I'm going to let you defend yourself because we've been getting persecuted for taking Drake May over Joe Burrow. So I think you're right. I think we made the right decision, but I'm going to let you sell it to everybody.
I think you guys had a good team.
By the way, there's Joe Burrow right there for people that
I know.
right there.
So here's my thing.
No, I like the move.
I would have changed the intro to the NWO tonight had I been thinking about this, but I don't feel like what I was doing was being a turncoat. I feel like Drake May is poised to be one of the top 2 or 3 quarterbacks by the end of the season. I think Trevor Lawrence has a really good shot at being up there as well. Burrow has to have a year like Stafford last year or close to it. And I mean, we've all heard Dan talk about Burrow breaking the touchdowns record, and which could very possibly happen. I mean, the offense is set up to do it. I felt like Drake May, bigger, stronger, and he can get it done with his legs as well. And he's got an explosive offense. He might even have better offensive coordinator than what the Bengals have calling for them. But Spiteri said something last night, and he was exactly right. He said that Bengals fans are like Jets fans. We are so used to bad things happening that we expect them to happen. And maybe that's why we didn't go Burrow. I really, if it's a pocket passer like Burrow, I want to have him with a hookup.
And I like the point, Josh, that we talked about
I think the point, you know what, boys? I think the thing about it, but I was surprised just looking at it. I mean, we wouldn't even be talking right now. I thought I would have taken A.J. Brown over London all day there, honest. And not that I don't like London.
Well, after we saw what frickin' Tua did this weekend, we all would take A.J.
Yeah, I would have taken A.J. Brown, not second guessing. I mean, I got him. I stole him yesterday. I think I was in the draft with Joe. I mean, the guy I was drafting to the 7. I got JSN and A.J. Brown. Start.
I just think the target share for London, I think he's just going to eat all year long. And I like A.J. Brown, too.
I'm just saying at that point, I just thought Brown.
Looking back, I wish we had A.J. Brown on this team because of the hookup. But what Josh said, like, May doesn't need 45 touchdowns to be a top 3 or top 2 quarterback, where Burrow does. May can get it done with his legs. It's the right call. I didn't want it to be the right call.
I don't have a problem with. I don't know why people are making.
Thank you, Jay. I think everybody on every live stream that's called me out knows that was probably the right call. It was just earth-shattering.
There is no right
because
call. Guys in the cheap seats that tell you should have done this or that. They're in the cheap seats for a reason. I don't sit in the cheap seats. I sit courtside or premium clubs. These guys that come out there, they did this and that. They don't have Price Waterhouse and Sand to audit them. They can talk all they want. That's the thing. The peanut gallery is That's what we deal with here. But
it's all right though.
No, yeah.
So to me, that would go. It's water off a duck, boys.
But after the draft was over, like one of the things that, like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, you know what? Like, why didn't we just take Burrow? Like, screw it. It's the tag team thing. We should have taken Burrow. It would have, if we'd have had Higgins or Chase or even Chase Brown. If we'd have landed Chase Brown, we would have had. I would have been thrilled to go with Burrow with Chase Brown. But
I would have told you we had that premeditated. That's the only thing we had premeditated in the
for me, it's the Burrow May. If we would have gone Tyler Warren over Tate, that the quarterback may not have been a discussion for us there. We probably would have punted. But it's a tough draft. And it's funny, we did the Night Owl. It's a Friday night, Dan?
Friday we did, yeah.
Yeah, we did that one, and a minute seemed like an eternity. You get in the tag team, you get out there in Vegas, and 55 seconds or a minute, however long that you get, it goes. It
was a fast draft in general too. I mean, everybody was picking quick.
Yeah, this draft, this tag team draft was the longest draft I think I've ever done in the NFFC. It was almost 2 hours, but you got 5 streams, everybody talking, everybody was using a lot of time, and everybody's trying to play chess. Gamberg, I want to ask you and Dan, because we didn't really get to go through the teams much. But I was really shocked.
Quickly, Josh. How about Doc Roto called me? I didn't call my name, but he used my. I was in the draft of the Midnight Owl. He used my name as an example to a caller, baby.
I know.
So
I mean, he's mentioned you, and
he's in the
he's
same draft too. He
it.
didn't use him. It's his team.
Yeah,
that was a real good team I got.
I like Doc and Jay's team was one of my favorite teams. I really like how they built. Even though I tore down Rashee Rice on his show yesterday. Other than that, I liked his team.
So what were you going to say? I'm sorry about that.
I was just going to say Nelson and Joey starting off with three running backs. And then as we were sitting here watching the draft, we weren't in the room with them like you were. So we're watching the draft, and I'm like, oh, my God, I can't believe they went with – like once they went with Devon Achane, I didn't expect him to take a third running back, but they also didn't expect for Henry to fall all the way there. So then going back and watching that live stream, it was interesting to hear, them talk about it. And then the live streams afterwards or the next night when Nelson talked about, why they went the way they did with Henry. But yeah, I was surprised to see them start off with 3, but it's a solid 3 with Achane there who can boom.
I mean, I've never taken 3 running backs in the first 4 rounds ever. I've taken 2 straight. I've never taken. Actually, I have taken 3 straight. The team I actually came in first place with. That was the only reason was I took Genti. Obviously, you go to that team, and McCaffrey in the second round. I was at the 7, and then Jonathan Taylor came around the 3rd last year. That was the only reason. That's the only team I've ever done 3 running backs in the first 4 rounds.
Jay, me and Dan expect to see a Christmas card from you and Doc Roto. Just let me know. We'll send you.
I don't know about that. They have a good. We'll
send you. Yeah, he was happy to get Ty Warren. Who knows? We may be getting Christmas cards from Billy and Willie too.
Billy passed on them too. I like Billy's build.
If Burrow blows up.
Yeah, they have a good team. You guys all had good teams on the end.
Yes, Dan was on Doc Roto yesterday morning at 10:30.
I think Nelson, they're trying to, be a little. I guess we want to do something different. I guess to come out of this league is going to be to winning. I mean, if you come out with a team like ours, nobody will have it. I mean, we're a long shot. Vaccaro was right. He predicted us to come in last, and maybe he's right. But I like being. I've been down 4 holes in the first 4 holes and come back and beat.
But Mike, there's a lot of different builds in this, though. Theo and Dan's build at Team 4.
That's a neat
that was
team.
a shocker to me.
Yep. So
I don't hate it.
build is different. Hobbs and Lilas at Team 6.
They're
That's a
throwing
little
money.
bit of that's a
Greek.
different build.
They coming out of the Greek pretty good, and I fell. I fell along with it. They're coming out. Actually, I watched 2 seconds of that draft, and to be honest with you, Greek calls him the fake Greek. I like that guy's intensity, and he's got passion. I don't know. Hobbs I don't know about, but I don't have a.
No,
I like the I watch him for 2 minutes. He's got an intensity and passion, the fake Greek, so to speak. He's not
Lilas
bad.
has won.
Not a bad guy.
Lilas has won quite a bit of money in overalls and things like that over the
other websites
over the years. So no, there was a lot of studs in this thing. A lot of guys drafting that knew what they were doing.
It's going to come down to injuries and fab and in-season maintenance. If you stay healthy and you play your money right, that's who's going to win this league, because everybody's so close right now.
But I mean, you look at Joe and Steve's team at Team 7. They started out with CMC and Taylor. So say that CMC is out the first 3 or 4 weeks. All right. Well, they've got. He's got stiffness. Who knows? I think that a paycheck is probably going to help him loosen up a little.
This is 2024 all over again.
But yeah, you think so?
No, but I feel like
so. I don't think so. But no, I mean, they got Scadaboo, they got Aaron Jones on down there that they can roll with to start the season if need to be. I mean, they got Taylor. Pittman's not practicing right now. He's got a little something going on, but I'm not sure.
I will say, Josh, on our next little flyer we're going to throw up there, we're going to talk about him. But Stribling in the 10th. I mean, I got pulled up, but he's been going higher than that the last couple drafts. I like that pick.
Yeah.
They weren't afraid to go get him.
I mean, that's that's the thing. Like, you can sit here, you can break down all these teams, and everybody drafted tough. Everybody, and a lot of people drafted differently too.
We drafted totally different. But it was fun. Basically,
it was fun. I hope people got to go back and watch all the streams, because there was some really funny stuff and some really good breakdowns by some of the other guys on here, I thought.
Yeah, and I really liked I liked how Lou kind of took up for us, Lou Weber, and then I guess he said it'd be kind of funny if the guys that came up with the idea got 12th. I don't think that taking May over Burrow is going to cause us to be 12th.
Boy, if it is, I'm going to be looking for a new Vegas partner. I can tell you.
Oh man, if it is,
Gamber, you want to go to Vegas next year with me?
If I go, I got my main man, but now he's
take the
dog.
I see how it is.
I had to put him with I need him because the fab's going to be heavy for me this year.
Go ahead and throw that next graphic up, Dan. So let's talk about some guys that are steaming up here in the last week and a half. The Malik Neighbors. I was in the same camp as Nelson. Like, I was expecting him to get. Okay.
Maybe we should use Mike this time.
I was expecting Malik Neighbors to fall to maybe the 5th round or something, with some news that maybe he wasn't going to be practicing or something along those lines, and the exact opposite happened.
Yeah, he's at the 1-2 turn right now. I mean, a lot of times he is going like mid-second, but we've seen him go third. I don't know if it was a stream or a draft we were in. He went 13 the other night. I think it's as high as I've seen him go, but I fully expect him to be 11, 12 even in Vegas. I mean, he might go above London, AJ Brown.
Yeah, Jay took him. That was a good pick in the tag team.
Would you guys take him or Justin Jefferson right now? I mean, I think that's a viable.
I'm taking Jefferson.
That's who we took.
But I'm on. It's not a landslide.
Well, here's the thing.
That's what I'm taking.
Once somebody starts living at pick 13, 14, 15, 16, right in there, it's almost interchangeable with that back end. And then when we get out there to Vegas, or as your drafts start to wind down and somebody's doing their last prime time or their last OC, whatever it may be, and they wanted Malik Neighbors or they wanted AJ Brown, they're going to pull him up if they've got the 9 or 10 pick. And I'm going to go ahead and grab him. I know I'm going to get one of these guys in the second round, but I at least want to get my share of Neighbors or my shot at him.
It's tough, though. And this is not my idea. I stole this from the Empire, listening to them one of the last 2 weeks. You're competing with guys that have Neighbors as their 5th pick. So to have Neighbors as your first, if it's apples to apples there at the end, I mean, you may have a 3rd and 4th rounder with him where somebody else has CeeDee Lamb or Jahmyr Gibbs or something with him, and it's just going to be impossible to beat him. It's a tough thing. But if you got Neighbors in the 4th and 5th, kudos to you for taking that risk. I don't know that we maybe got him once. I think we weren't really looking to grab him in the 4th or 5th, but
almost 7.
But I'll swing it over to number 2, Josh, which is our homer pick there. But Chase Brown, I mean, he's not moving up a lot because he doesn't have a whole lot of room to move up. But like we're seeing him go 6, 7, 8 lately, and I can't argue it. I mean, for what Chase Brown brings on that, top 3 offense, in my opinion, all the balls he can catch. I really like the guys that are going after Chase Brown there.
Yeah, I mean, kudos to Paul and Matt. I think they were the first ones that I saw yank him up to 6.
I feel like everybody else is doing it now too.
I absolutely hated that because once he went there, but I mean, he was steaming up anyways. We've got him once. It just hasn't, maybe twice.
Yeah, we got him. We had a couple, either late first or early. I think we got him in the early second once on one of our OCs.
Yeah.
But it's funny, though, when I pulled ADP today, he's still at 14 or 15 for the last week. So I don't know if we're just the live streams we're seeing that. But when we watched that Primetime the other night, though, I think he went second round, didn't he?
Yeah, so for the last 5 days, he's sitting at basically at the 2-1.
Yeah.
I saw him go, I think, 15th or 16th.
Never in our drafts.
Last night. Yeah, not in our drafts. I mean, everybody apparently has seen all of your background there. I
don't have any Chase Brown stuff up. I got a jersey.
Yeah, you got a jersey. Good fate on not wearing that. It's really working out for us.
Yeah.
But, so here's one, Parker Washington.
Yeah. He's on that. He's like that 4-1 spot. I picked him up
in the last 2 out of 3 drafts.
Where'd you get him at, Mike?
Late 4th.
I
took him at the team that Doc Rota was talking about. What I was.
Okay. Yeah, I did see that. We pulled him up to 4-1. We were at 1 on the night out the other night.
That's fine. I mean, you can't really go by ADP is whatever you want it to be. Some guys, if you go, you don't want to be a robotic. The best guys they're not going to draft robotic. That's why I'm only doing right now. I'm only scheduled for. I told you how many OCs I have, and it's probably not going to end there. That's current, but I'm only in 1 prime right now because I have no. I know it's a different animal, but once I do one, I mean, I could fire 3 or 4 more. Depends how it is.
Listen, just wait till it gets really close to that.
I haven't been in. It's like playing the Masters for the first. Once it's. I know it's a different animal.
Yeah.
But I know a guy in baseball. He's excellent. This guy Waddell. He only plays the OCs. He doesn't play the main of the 15 team. Stays in his lane. That's what he says. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, me and Dan could buy a lot more OCs instead of doing prime time. Stay in one contest in particular. We're kind of late to the party on the OCs. We played 6 of them last year, and then 12 this year. Next year will probably be like 80. Dan just has to finish mastering AI to help us with the fab, and then we'll be, just knee deep in it. But
I'm hiring on fab. I mean, he's on, he's on commission.
There you go.
Maybe we should hire him too.
He's on he's got a flat percentage.
Nice.
But,
well, I hope you guys do really good and get at least second place in every league that we're in and right behind us.
I don't know about that. I think I'm playing more because I like the way it's the last 2 weeks have been fantastic. I mean, I have a thing that I'm doing and I can't disclose, but it's really helping me out.
So Joe Carlton says he's got a round 7 Parker. Yeah, but that's the thing. These guys back in May and up in through the middle of June, I'm not sure when Parker Washington started to gain his steam and kind of he snuck up into the 6th round. I'm still not. I mean, Parker Washington, he's the guy that I feel like is the guy there. I still don't hate just taking Trevor Lawrence naked though. I think that may ultimately pay off to be the best choice. I know a lot of people are victory lapping because the one dude from ESPN said that Parker Washington was settling in as wide receiver 1. Well, that's fine. It's also preseason week 1, so.
Yeah, that's why I took in that doc draft. I took what did I go? I went Lamb, London, Devonta Smith, Parker, and then I went Brian Thomas Jr. And then I picked up Lawrence. He liked that basically after 3 running backs.
It's a nice.
I mean, that's where in terms of that's where you can leverage it. I think Parker's he's going to be solid. The question, the really question is they paid Myers a lot of money. I got some Myers, and he's like an afterthought. And he's, if you look at him where he's been drafted,
maybe the best.
Hopefully, he doesn't.
Josh knows I love Jacoby.
Throws a wrench in it.
Yeah.
Jacoby's the best route runner on that team, in my opinion. And he's not a touchdown guy, but I think he has some value there where he's going.
Yeah, I mean, I think Parker's been real good inside the 20. If you look for touchdowns, I mean, they look for him inside the 20. I mean, he's
like you said, they brought him in and paid him for a reason. Lawrence needed that guy that can run the.
Well, that's Myers, yeah, but Parker, yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah, it'll be interesting because I think Brian Thomas is a hell of a player. Question is, was he hurt? He just had an off year with the injury. Maybe never.
It was a new offense.
He's got all the talent in the world.
He didn't click with the offense and with Trevor. They were both having issues, and then I don't know. All of a sudden the pieces of the puzzle started to fall together, and Brian Thomas was kind of left by the wayside there. But the 49ers, Mike Evans, I think is he back practicing now, or is he still off to the side?
I don't know if anybody's practicing on that team right now.
Just Debo, Purdy, and Jason Stribling.
Yeah, well, Stribling, he's
guys are practicing.
He looks good, though. I will tell you, the one guy on this list that I was most excited to throw on here is hopefully he's watching our buddy Joey Brown. Has been taking wicks since the Super Bowl, since we started doing shows after that. And
I got like 6. I'm down under 70% now, but I got like 66%.
We're pretty high on him too. I don't think we're that high, but we've got probably 30 or 40% wicks, and we were getting him around 19, 20, and now he's going up to around 12, 13. So
I just took him lately, and I think the last draft I did was yesterday. I think I got him in the 15th round.
That's good value still. And
he was my 6th receiver if I took first 5. But Yet they're
It'd be really interesting to see how I like him. I think
Lemon's a total lemon in this year for the season. He's not practicing. I think people think, I don't know what they're thinking there. He's not going to be. It's not going to be his season. Next year maybe. He's hurt now. They have Goddard's going to eat up in the middle of the field. The slot is really not. It's not Hurts' it's not his strength really. I don't think he's going to be much this year, and I don't know why guys are drafting the one guy yesterday. He drafted Tyson in the 5th. He's drafted Lemon. He drafted 4 running backs in the first 6 rounds. I mean, those are the guys you need in the draft. This
is not the year to be stockpiling rookie receivers.
I don't know what some people are looking at. They're drafting those. I hope it's like that tonight at 10 o'clock.
Josh, Joe Carlton brings up, Goddard.
We love Goddard.
Tight end values.
Goddard's going to be real good.
If you punt tight end, he's a great one to grab there.
Yeah.
Especially to have a confidence this year. He's listening. He's definitely in better shape. So I think the run's going to be in effect, and that'll open things up because he wasn't running at all last year. 400 yards. Yeah. He was down well from the high. He didn't look right. We'll see. I'm not really and hopefully the running game will come back. I'm not Barkley, I think he'll have an in between the last 2 years, I think. And whatchamacallit, Vaccaro really and I agree with him. He's high on Bigsby. Bigsby looked real good last year.
I like Bigsby a lot.
Question is, do they mix him up? How far are they going to mix him up? And that'll help the passing game because I think he was really an effective runner last year. He just didn't get the he took a back seat in terms of production with Barkley. But I think that's going to change a little bit. We'll see. Offensive line for the meantime.
Yeah. So with Tyson being out, two quick questions. With Tyson being out, Juwan Johnson, he's going to move up. I don't know how much, but he should move up. I think it makes Devon Bailey relevant. Unless there's somebody else.
Bailey is, and my guy mentioned the same guy who gave me the Tyson information. There's a guy, Barry and Brown, and he didn't play for LSU. He was hurt last year. He's a speedster. I mean, we'll see. It's probably value. You're right. But he's the guy to keep an eye on.
Barry and Brown.
Yeah.
Man,
I will say this:
so deep in the ADP.
Yeah.
No, he's not. Now he's not.
You got me on that one.
What's that?
I said you got me on that guy.
He got me on that one too. He knows this. I told you he knows. Besides, yes, he knows the team inside out. I would hope so. He's got guys inside. He's got 100 season tickets. I mean, he knows that team. He's down. He's right. He's a stone's throw away. He lives in Baton Rouge.
There's Joey Brown.
There's Joe. Yeah, we've been taking a lot of Tucker Kraft, Josh. And even if you're in George Kittle, I think Juwan Johnson is the perfect complement to one of those two guys. If you think they're going to start out a little bit slow, you're going to get 5 or 6 weeks of Juwan probably being the number 2 there, 2.5, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like.
Yeah, I agree with you. You're right.
All right.
How about Algier? You talk about Algier. I got a little bit of time to talk about Algier. I mean,
I already think he was going to steal some touches, and now, if he gets to start a couple games and you're taking him as your running back 4 or 5, I really like the value there.
Yeah, he's in.
I mean, that's funny that Love in the draft. Here's the same draft. The guy took Tyson, and he took Lemon, he took Hall. That early with Bijan Robinson. There's another guy that took. I don't know why he didn't read the injury report. He took Love in the 2nd round yesterday. Those are the drafts that you guys. I don't know why you guys don't have much luck getting in. You guys got to get in those type of drafts, boys.
We've been trying.
You gotta do 40 of them.
Come on, man.
And you gotta get in these midnight ones.
You got to do the Owls. That's where it's at.
Yep. I have watched, and I think I've watched almost every Midnight Owl that was live streamed, and most of them I sat there and I was like, God, I wish me and Dan was in it. But Dan turns into a pumpkin at 10 o'clock.
This was an 8 o'clock yesterday, though.
So,
we did. This was an 8 o'clocker we did yesterday.
Was it?
Joe was in the draft. I mean, it was guys are drafting like Stevie Wonder yesterday.
yeah, that one I don't.
I mean, it was. I mean, it's going to be tough enough. Now, where's McCaffrey going to go? He's got a little. He's probably
He's
McCaffrey.
McCaffrey.
Brees Hall. There's a way to defend that. I'll tell you when the season starts how you do that.
I mean, I'm not on McCaffrey, and I don't fault anyone.
Either I'm not on him, but he
does take him.
But if he goes longer, a guy's going to take a guy that you probably would want. Then normally that guy would
push
take
somebody else up.
Same with Brees Hall maybe, and now Tyson's out, and it makes it a little more difficult.
Yeah,
See, it happens every year.
That's why you want guys that don't follow the news that are going to draft. Hopefully you get another second round love tonight, 5th round Tyson. You never know, guys.
Yeah, get me in those drafts.
Guys are living in a cave. Some of these guys. You guys brought up Boston. What's the deal on? Was that a Sander request? That had to be a Sander request.
I've seen him. He's been going a couple rounds higher, and
the guy to have in Cleveland is Casey Concepcion.
Yeah, he looked good on that touchdown.
That kid's going to get handoffs, screens, sweeps, freaking everything. I mean,
too bad he can't throw the ball too.
Yeah, it really is a shame, and I'm not so positive that maybe he can't get about two pass attempts a game in there if they design the plays correctly. No, if I was going to have a wide receiver for the Browns, I think that's the one I would go with. But Denzel Boston, I think that kid's going to be a baller too. They got to get those guys a quarterback. There's big rumors on the whole Arch Manning streak for
the operative word,
everything they're putting into it, and who the coaches are going to be that they bring in, and the whole Manning family's involved in it. I don't know.
Josh, the operative word is when you said, if I take a Cleveland wide receiver, you're not going to see me.
I'm not going to.
You're not going to see me taking any Cleveland wide receiver. I'll tell you that right now. Santa can have it all. I mean, for a guy that's, he'll give you stats. Why this guy, he can have the Judy, the Boston, those guys are not
junk points count as
not going to do it for you. If you need those guys in the shootout, good luck. If you make it to the shootout,
junk points count the same.
No, they're not.
Just remember the one thing about Cleveland that I'll say is I don't think
a lot of times when you say junk points, though, Dan, you say junk points, guys that they'll say the Jets. I mean, if the Jets are garbage time, Garrett Wilson, they pay him 27, 30 million. He's going to be on the bench with the backup.
But you're talking two rookies. You're not talking Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, the Browns. That doesn't mean they're going to score. They're still going to score the same amount of points. I'm not trying. You going to trust that?
We're not taking me either. I'm playing devil's advocate.
That's what I'm saying. Guys can have them. I hope if they.
No, but I mean, you gotta think.
We won with these guys.
Like you gotta
1 out of 100, maybe.
The Browns defense isn't as good as it was last year, so there's going to be more junk time for these guys, where the other team's sitting back there and letting them catch passes and just keeping them in front of them. But
I like the junk time. I like with Sam. The only guy I've drafted is Sampson. It's a peep. We play peep. In terms, he's the only guy value that I'll take.
Mike
Browns.
We don't have to mention all of the guys on the team. Let's keep Sampson. Let's not talk about Sampson. Let's just hush on that one.
Why? That's your boys?
I kind of like him a little bit. I kind of like him a little bit.
Where he's going, I think he's a nice
Yeah,
player.
That's what I'm saying. He's a guy to take.
Yeah, he hasn't been in a spot where me and Dan's been on this side of the board a ton, and then the other night we were on this side, and I think we were able to get him. Or maybe it was another draft I got him, and I can't remember, but
I think we got him in our OC Friday.
So, all right. Well, we're
one guy you didn't bring up. You know who I like is that guy Wayne from Baltimore.
Yeah. He's getting some hype.
He passed the eye test. I mean,
made a nice snag the other day.
Where's my son at? Is he still watching? Is he in the chat?
He's been talking him up since the draft.
He called out Jacoby Lane since probably the beginning of June.
Maybe you should take him to Vegas.
If he'd spend more, spend more time with us,
Josh, take him to Vegas.
He's like our college scout. He's glued.
He's a college kid. Yeah,
college football on Saturdays.
He'll sleep.
No, I'm trying to replace Josh with him. He's smarter.
Hey, look, you know what? We're just trying to make money here. I can
teach him how to play craps and drink beer, we'll be all right.
Oh. Perhaps that's where I would be at the. That's what if I get to Vegas, that's where I'll be.
Oh shit! Keep me and Gamberg away because I'll also live there.
Let's go. I'm there for it. Fun. You put me right in between you and Dan, and let's play some craps. That would be a good time.
The best game around.
I watched Josh though for about 45 minutes or an hour last time. He never sat down.
You talk about
There's nothing better, right?
35 some rolls in a row. So,
how many passes did he make?
Dude, I don't know, but I just know I won a shit ton of money when he was up there. I told him to go back. I said, "Don't sit down." We got to get you out there, Mike, next year.
Yeah.
You got Diggs up there. I mean, what do you guys? I'm not a Diggs guy at all. I don't.
He tailed off too much for me last year.
That's me. I mean, it'll be interesting. Washington, they lost their that offensive lineman. That'll be interesting how the offense, starts early.
You got to keep Daniels upright. If not, that team's
that's a problem.
Goes down really fast. And Mariota's even banged up right now, I think. So, yeah, let's go, Joe. We got points at Planet Hollywood. We can get everybody to stay free.
Until I know that I'm in Paul Spatteri's good graces, you guys can all come to Vegas, but I'm not going over there to New York. I'm not going to GST.
Paul?
That's on the enemy turf.
I'll tell you what, Paul's a great guy, but his eyesight's terrible.
Paul's a good guy.
I mean, he called. What did he tell? Well, Chris was busted on my hair the other night. Says a little. But Paul's calling Chris's hair, Vaccaro. Oh, he looks like Dr. J. He looks like Telly Savalas more than Dr. J. Give me a break. Spatteri's got it. He's got to open up his eyes, Spateri.
If you didn't, anybody that's watching, if you didn't catch it last night, go over to Paul Spatteri's YouTube channel. It's Watch NFFC Drafts or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. But they had Ben Albright on, and he had a few little nuggets in there, not just about the Broncos.
Bring him up there.
But are you kidding me? He's in here.
He's here.
Man. Oh, geez.
It's because he's that closet Bengals fan. He's always hanging out.
How's his eyes open? If he's calling Chris Vaccaro, he looks like Dr. J with the pro. Are you kidding me? Come on.
But no, go over to Spatteri's channel and watch that draft last night. There was some good stuff with Albright on there.
Yeah.
And they do. Spatteri's the one who plagiarizes me.
They do a great job.
Dan, did you see that?
Listen, Gamberg. You go over to Aces Up with Joe Carlton and talk trash to Paul. Me and him, we've got a ceasefire going. I brought up saying something nice about his show last night.
We got to watch it.
We're trying to do it. We don't need to fire this back up.
I got a leave spoon, right? Let me close.
I didn't bring you on here to give you a platform like I did Vaccaro last week.
Let me tell you something. Paul was, he plagiarized me after that Andrews thing. He's, you know what? Paul's gotten better by his own admission. He said he was slow early in the draft. Better. Problem is, like in baseball, Paul, you know what? He's still 15 games out of first place, and there's only 6 weeks to go in the season. So he's way behind. He got better. It's too late, Paul. It's not going to be your year, buddy. But maybe next year. He got to. Yeah, brother. He's the best, though. Good luck to him. All right, boys. I gotta get ready for this draft. I do got. There's some tough customers probably in there, probably not, maybe, hopefully. Who knows? All right, guys.
All right.
Music.
Gamberg, good luck. We're going
to anytime, guys.
We'll see you, Mike. Thanks. All right, kill the music.
All right.
Whew. I got to go sit in a quiet room for like 5 minutes and just come back down a little bit. No, that was good.
Yeah.
You know what, Paul? We're gonna be watching football with Paul here in about 4 weeks? Is it 3 weeks, 4 weeks, however much?
Yeah, about 3.5.
And I think they finally released the watch parties for those 2 nights, so should be a good time.
Sounds like we're at Circa Wednesday and Thursday watching, and then me and Dan, we always go there on Sunday night. Watch Sunday night football. So
what size shirt you wear, Paul? So Josh can bring you a new Bengals jersey since you're.
I sent him a video from the pro shop.
Did you really?
Yeah, like dude took Chase Brown 6 overall, and I'm down there at the pro shop the next day, and I'm like, what size and which color? And I sent him a video, and he never responded. So
go to the clearance rack and get him like an Odell Thurman jersey or something for like $8.
Yeah,
that's about all he's worth for us.
3-legged dog scared to run.
Oh, Jesus. Well, Josh, we're over an hour, so I think that might be our cue.
All right.
What are we doing? We doing a live stream next week? We got to figure out what we're doing, but I think we got one live stream.
We'll see what we can get into. We may live stream, see what's going on with the OCs. If we can get a live stream on an OC, we'll do it. If not, maybe we may pop on the Gladiators. Anybody hasn't done the $50 Gladiators? Those are pretty fun. They're a little bit different.
Yeah, it's Joe and I did one on whatever night that was. That was great.
Yep, and then we did one. Was it last night?
Yeah, I mean you did one last. We did live stream. We just did one.
Yeah, we did one last night.
They're kind of fun. They're different. You know, they're $50. Take an hour.
Yeah, and it's best. It's not best ball. It's best team. All 14 players play every single week. So we were going to bring a board up and talk about it, but we gave Gamberg the floor because I know that his tag team partner is going to want to come on here in the next couple weeks.
Maybe the next week or two.
And he's still steaming over Bucky Irving, and I can't help but laugh but he always says, "But it's okay, it's okay." You know what I'm saying? It's okay. So, Steve G, when you get back from Greece, we'll have you on so you can tell your side of the debacle that is the tag team draft and missing out on Bucky Irving.
Yeah, we got to get both sides of this story.
All right. Well, everybody have a good week. There's I think Nelson's doing another stream. I think the Empire is streaming at 10 o'clock live draft on Thursday. Modica is, man, he's really making his rounds this week. Like he's like on a media tour. He's on RotoWire on XM at 2 o'clock Wednesday. And then I think it's either Thursday or Friday. He's doing the live draft with Alan Seslowski, the live stream of an OC. So good stuff, good content out there. Wednesday night, Sports Affiliation is having the Beat Iggy draft. Is that an OC, Joe, or is that is
10 p.m. Wednesday?
It's an OC. It's 10 p.m.
Always good stuff with Joe.
Yeah. So that'll be good. That's over at the Sports
I'm sure
Affiliation.
Steve's probably going to be doing at least 1 or 2 owls this week, you would think. I don't know if he's still in the comments or not. Joe said yes, OC.
Yeah. So
definitely tune into that.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. As the live streams wind down, I'm going to be a little sad. I had no idea what to do with myself Saturday night. So We'll just keep
you
drafting.
You can get other hobbies, Josh. You know that, right? I don't have any, but I've been told that you can get other hobbies.
Well, you can't golf in the dark. So, all right, everybody have a good week.
Make sure everybody likes and subscribes too.
Yep.
See you, everybody.